Hi, I'm Greg Howell with Cobblestone Trade, and I want to talk to you today about something that happens if you're involved in the world of online advertising on a place like maybe Google Ads. If you spend even $100 a month on Google Ads, you're eventually going to start getting calls from their support team, and they're going to say, hey, we want to help you with your ads. Now, it's a legitimate question to ask as to whether you should even take that call. Sort of like going to the car dealership, and they say, we want to help you. They want you to spend more money, right? It's reasonable to be a little bit suspicious when Google calls and says they're going to help you too. I am of the opinion that in general, you should take the call. And I'll tell you why. First of all, the business needs of Google are somewhat aligned with your business needs. They need you to be successful in the long term, because if you're not successful, you're not going to be a customer forever. So they really do probably have your best interest at heart. I'm not saying don't be careful. You do need to be careful. But I don't think you should necessarily write off those calls as just sales calls trying to get you to spend more money either. They actually can help you, and I think in general they really do want to help you. Now, there's a few things that they bring to the table. First of all, that extra set of eyes looking at your account, they look at tons of accounts, and they're able to catch mistakes that you're making. Now, this is a very, very complicated system. Google Ads is pretty much as complicated as anything you're going to work in if you're doing it to any level. And it's very easy to miss things. They have reports and tools that'll help you find, for example, really poorly performing keywords that you might miss, or perhaps an ad group that doesn't have keywords associated with it, that's not getting impressions. They'll find things for you that you're probably missing. Take advantage of that. The second thing that they bring to the table is this. They have access to new programs. Google is always launching new things in their advertising platform, new kinds of ads. In a lot of cases, they work really, really well. For example, sometimes they might extend the description field from, 80 characters to 120 characters. If you're not paying careful attention, you'll miss that without their help pointing that out. Those kinds of things will really help you. So I definitely would talk to them just for that reason as well. See what's new, what Google is bringing to their advertising platform that can help you. Now, you got to be careful though, because Google does want to spend more money. And guess what? They want to spend more of your money. And here's the thing. Once you spend that money, you can't go to Google and say, hey, I was taking your advice. They don't care. They're going to keep your money. You're responsible for any changes you do. Remember that. There's no second chances, usually. Sometimes they'll throw a little bone your way, but in general, they're not going to give you that second chance. So be careful with changes you put in from Google. I think in general, it's just a good idea to always sit on their suggestions until you do further research. They may pressure you to do a change right then. Just tell them, I need to think about that a day. I'll do it by Friday. They're okay with that. They're used to people telling them that. And then get on Google. Catch the irony, get on Google and research what an AdWords expert says and see if it's really a good idea to make that change. Also, if you do make the change, make sure that you always, always, always limit your risk. Always have a budget. Always. Keep a log and a budget of any changes you make in AdWords so that you can identify any problems that come up down the road and reverse those changes. In other words, just be responsible with the AdWords, with the expert changes, just like you would be with any other changes you make in your AdWords account. If you do that, you should be in pretty good shape. Test small, test responsibly, and you'll be in good shape taking those calls.